Hey everybody, Tanya from Shooting Star SVG back, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about how I personally size my Etsy thumbnails so you can get a perfect Etsy listing photo every time. If this is your first time here, go ahead and click on like and subscribe below, as that does keep me motivated to continue making these videos so that way you can grow your business and change your life. There is a lot of talk about how to size Etsy thumbnails, and I have cracked the code. So this is what works for me. It may not work for you. I highly recommend that you try it out, see if it's a good fit for you, and if not, feel free to ask me some questions and I can guide you along the way with other programs that you can utilize to do this. So I'm going to walk you guys through my process with Inkscape, but first I want to go ahead and show you what Etsy says about listing photos, okay? So listing images, they recommend size for all images is 2000 pixels for the shortest side of the image and a resolution of 72 ppi or pixels per inch. Images larger than 1 megabyte in file size may not finish uploading, especially on a slower internet connection. Okay, so Etsy says 2000 pixels or higher. Okay, and I will just show you what mine look like on my shop so you can see that very quickly. You can see that I have a sidebar and occasionally a bottom bar, and put the image in and it looks good every single time. So I'm going to go ahead and head over to Inkscape and we'll show you how to get started with that. Okay, so here I have opened up Inkscape. I'm in my document. I'm just going to hit Control-Shift-D to open up my document properties. Now I'm going to be working in inches, but that's because I already have the pixel conversion. And if you need help with that, you know, it's really not that bad to figure out, but I have a width of 30 and a height of 24. So this is the size that I use. This is a 5:4 ratio, okay? And when you convert 30 inches to PPI or 24 inches to PPI, you're going to get about 72, okay? And 72 to 75 is the general resolution for most computer screens, and so anything higher than that, you're just creating a bigger file size. The computer's really not going to be able to do much more than that, okay? So I'm going to close out on that. And the first thing that I recommend to everybody is to get some sort of background up that you can utilize. And I have some from design bundles that I like to use when it comes to these. So I'm just going to go ahead and drag this into Inkscape and click OK. And that's going to load up. And then I'm going to change my width to 30 and my height to 24. And I'm going to go ahead and open up my alignment tool relative to page, and I'm just going to get that in the center. Okay, so we're good to go there. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a rectangle, which I do not want white. I'll make it black for now. And I'm going to change the width of this also to 30. And we'll keep the height at about 3.5 inches. And I'm going to center this and bring this down to the bottom. And now I am going to bring in my logo, drop that in. And I'm going to drag that on down to the bottom, to the corner. I'm going to go ahead and align that to the bottom and the bottom. And then I'm going to click on this rectangle, and I'm just going to get the same color as the majority of my branding. Now I'm going to open up the text panel, and I already have the text that I would like to use. I'm type in SVG, DXF, JPEG, and PNG. Click this, make sure my aspect ratio is turned on, drag it out. Put that as center as possible as I can to that. I'm going to change the color to this to white. And the last and final thing I'm going to do is drag this into my file and put it up there. Now, I will tell you guys one thing. Inkscape does not save as JPEG, so you have to export into a PNG file, which is not a problem. To do that, you hit Control-Shift-E, and your export PNG is going to pop up. You're going to click on Page. That's going to make sure you get the entirety of the design. you're just going to click on the export as to save this. I'm just going to go ahead and save this as awesome sauce mockup and save. And then you just want to click on export. Make sure your DPI is set to 72. You can see the width and height here at 2160 by 1728 at 72 DPI, which is the 30:24 ratio or the 5:4 ratio, and click on export. Inkscape is going to go ahead and do its thing, and then you're ready to rock. So just to show you guys how quickly this is, I'm going to go ahead and swap out this thumbnail very quickly and move it over. Why is it giving me an error message? I'm not sure. I'm going to go ahead and click on publish. Oh, okay. I haven't updated this in a while. I'm going to click on publish. It's going to do its thing. And I can go ahead and view my listing. And you can see that everything looks great. Okay. This is what works for me. You can do this in any really graphic design program that you so wish, whether it be Inkscape, GIMP, Canva, Photoshop, Photopea, whatever. I just saved this template as a PNG or an SVG, and then I can just drop in my SVGs as I go. If you save it as an SVG, it's a little bit easier to deal with because you can easily delete the SVGs as you move things on and off. But regardless, you know, you can just save this as an SVG. And I'm just going to save it to the desktop for purposes of this. And oh, you guys can see all the crazy stuff I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and open it up, which is going to open up in Inkscape. And you can see everything right here. So you can just keep working with it over and over. And as you design, you can drop your design in, just keep that window open, and then you're saving these promo images as you work. So that's what I do for my Etsy listing thumbnails. Hopefully this guys helped you guys out. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment in the comments box below, or head on over to the Facebook group where we are creating a community of like-minded individuals looking to grow their semi-passive income with digital downloads. And as always, if you got something out of this video, please click on like and subscribe below, as that does keep you motivated to continue making these videos so that way you can grow your business and change your life. Like I said before, don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything. I will catch y'all on the next video.